Hello everyone, I'm Ethan, the founder of Outcast Games. Today I'm going to show you how to replace the default character in the Advanced Locomotion system with a MetaHuman. Let's begin. Here we are in the My MetaHuman section of Quixel Bridge. This is where you download any MetaHumans that you've created. So right here we have the MetaHuman that I created in the previous video, and I'm going to go ahead and download this. I've actually downloaded a previous version, so I have an orange update button. For your MetaHuman, you'll have a blue download button. So the process is the same whether you're updating or downloading. It does pretty much the exact same thing. It will start in a generating phase and eventually move on to a downloading phase. The generating can take a while. When I first got access to the MetaHuman creator, it took a couple hours to get it past 0% because I think Epic was just trying to really get their servers and all that stuff figured out and optimized and ready, and there are a lot of people trying to download MetaHumans. It usually doesn't take that long right now, and there shouldn't be any problems when the MetaHuman creator has its official release. I'm going to go ahead and cut the video, and I will meet you again once this is downloaded. Okay, the MetaHuman is downloaded. I have an Unreal project open. It's just a base Advanced Locomotion System version 4 project. In Bridge, we are going to click Export, and it'll export to Unreal Engine as long as you have the Bridge Unreal plugin installed. So it's going to take a couple minutes to import everything inside of Unreal Engine. I will cut the video. Okay, so as you can see, it imported, and there's a whole lot of stuff missing from the project. Plugins, project settings, source content files that have been changed. So we're going to enable absolutely everything. We're going to import to the source file changes, and once the changes are done importing, and that'll take another minute or so, we're going to restart the engine. So I'm going to let everything import and restart it, and then I will meet you here again after another video cut. Okay, we're back. And as you can see, there is a MetaHumans folder here with our imported MetaHuman inside of it. Now that the MetaHuman is imported, we're going to go ahead and get the MetaHuman skeleton ready to be retargeted. Or actually, get the MetaHuman skeleton ready for the Advanced Locomotion system to be retargeted onto it. Let's go. So, your directory might be different than mine. If it's a male, it'll say male here instead of female, but it'll be pretty similar. You have your height, body type, folder called body, and then you have your character's body mesh, and that is what we're looking for. Because from here, we can get to the skeleton really fast and easily, because I can't remember where the skeleton's directory is. Now that we're inside of the skeleton, we are going to go to show, character, bones, all hierarchy. Now, the pose that the character is in right now is not the same pose as the Advanced Locomotion System's AnimMan. The poses have to closely match for the retarget to be successful. So, you guys probably don't have your retarget manager open. Let me close out of this. And you just open the retarget manager by clicking on this. And now if we go to modify pose, actually view pose, stuff gets messed up. To fix that, we click modify pose, reset. Now, let's grab the upper arm, make sure we're in the local coordinate space, and we're going to rotate it 5 degrees along its y-axis. Same for each arm. And now if we look at them from the side, we're going to rotate them back 15 degrees on their local z-axis so that the hands are more in line with the pelvis. Once that is finished, you can go to modify pose, use current pose, and hide pose. And you can see that we have made a retarget pose for the character. Next, we want to go up to where we selected the rig. We're going to select a humanoid rig, And the spine bones on the MetaHuman character is different than the spine bones you're used to. There's 5 spine bones in a MetaHuman. So for spine 1, we keep it the same, but spine 2 becomes spine 3, and spine 3 becomes spine 5. And now, the character is almost ready to have the advanced locomotion system retargeted onto it, but first we have to add some virtual bones. We will first be adding a virtual bone to the root bone. Right-click the root, add virtual bone, target the root. Rename this bone curves. Now, right-click on curves, add a virtual bone, again target the root, name this bone IK foot root. Next, we're going to right-click on the IK foot root, add virtual bone, and we're going to target the foot, the right foot. And we're going to name it IK foot R. Again, we will target the IK foot root. Right-click on the IK foot root, add a virtual bone. This time, we will target the left foot, and we'll name this bone IK foot L. We'll add a virtual bone to the IK foot R virtual bone, and we are going to target, again, the right foot. This is going to be called IK foot R offset. We're going to do the same for the left foot. Add a virtual bone to IK foot L, target the left foot, and name it IK foot L offset. Now add a virtual bone again to the IK foot R. This one is going to target the right calf. It will be named IK knee target R. We're going to do the same for the left side, adding another virtual bone to the IK foot L and targeting the left calf. This one will be called IK knee target L. We're now going to add another virtual bone to the root, and we are going to target the right foot. It will be named foot target R, and we're going to do the same thing for the left foot, adding a virtual bone to the root. We'll target the left foot, and we will name it foot target R. Nope, L, I'm sorry. And there we go. That's all the virtual bones. There is one more thing that we need to do. Go over to Options, Show Retargeting Options, right-click on the top one next to the root, and recursively set Translation Retargeting Skeleton. Now change skeleton to animation for the root and for the pelvis. Let's go ahead and save. And now we can go retarget the locomotion system onto the skeleton. Okay, so let's navigate back into content. Let's go into the advanced locomotion, character assets, mannequin skeleton. Oh no, I'm sorry, advanced locomotion, blueprints, character logic. Let's copy the AnimMan. Let's create a new folder. We're going to name this ALS_MH. Inside of this folder, we're going to create a folder called Animations. Inside of the Animations folder, we're going to create a folder called Montages. And a folder called Sequences. Back in the ALS MH folder, we are going to paste. And we're going to rename this to be ALS underscore MetaHuman underscore character BP. Now, if we go back into the advanced locomotion system, character assets, mannequin skeleton, and ALS anim BP, we will right click, retarget anim blueprints, duplicate anim blueprints and retarget, select the MetaHuman base skeleton, replace ALS with MH, and change the directory to the animation, actually the sequences folder. Select OK and click retarget. There we go. Animations are retargeted. You can see that here if we look at one. And now we're just going to grab the MH anim PP and drag it over to animations and move it out of our sequences folder. Okay, we're going to navigate back into our content folder and we're going to open up the imported MetaHuman actor. Now we're also going to open up the copied advanced locomotion AnimMan character. We're going to select mesh and we're going to change this to the body of the imported character. Just go ahead and compile and make the shaders update. And now we're going to click on the mesh, add a component which is a skeletal mesh. This skeletal mesh is going to be named face. Actually, let's do MH underscore face. And we're going to select the face for our MetaHuman. We're going to add another component underneath the mesh. We're going to add a skeletal mesh again. And let's name this MH underscore torso. And let's just duplicate it with Control W. Name this one MH underscore legs. Duplicate it with Control W. And name it MH underscore feet. For the torso, we're going to select the let's see if we can find it here, the shirt. What's the mesh called? Top. Okay. So that's the keyword here. For the legs, we're going to use the legs from the imported MetaHuman. BTM is what you want to search for to get those. And for the feet, we will search SHS, which is the abbreviation for shoes in the MetaHuman creator. And the colors are all wrong right now. We will come back and fix that later. Actually, I think we can do it now. Take the torso. See this right there, that M top hoodie? Torso. M top hoodie. And we're just going to go through and change these materials. I don't think there's a difference between these jeans and the other ones. Is there? I don't think so, but I think there's still two materials anyway, so let's just go ahead and change it. And the feet. There we go. Now all the clothes are the correct colors. Let's compile and save. And next we are going to select the face, add component, and we're going to add a groom. We're going to name this MH_hair. We're going to duplicate it and name it MH_eyebrows. Duplicate it again and name it MH_peach_fuzz. Duplicate it and name it MH_. Let's actually make this one eyelashes because I like to have my stuff in order. And make this one MH_peach_fuzz. And let's duplicate it again. MH_beard. And MH_mustache. Now, of course, this character doesn't have a beard or mustache, but I'm just going through all the steps in case yours does. So for the groom asset, the name will match up with whatever you named it here. So we have hair right here, so we'll select that for hair. We'll select eyebrows for eyebrows, eyelashes for eyelashes, peach fuzz for peach fuzz, and there's no beard or mustache. Now if we go up to the mesh and select the MH blueprint, not everything works here, and you'll see that more clearly when I add a face blueprint here. The hair is not moving with the character, so to fix that, for each of your grooms you also need to add a binding asset. So it's the same deal with selecting the main asset. The names are going to match up on all of these. There we go. Compile, save, and let's go ahead and drag our character into the world. We're not done yet, but let's test the functionality. I've done this process a couple times before, but just to make sure that everything is going correctly so far, or well, to plan so far, because you'll see that not everything is going correctly. Yep. So, as you can see, the pants and shoes are not moving. That's to be expected. Do not worry about it. And there's lots of errors. We'll get to those too. So to begin, let's go to the event graph, and we are going to disconnect both of these. We're going to the construction script. We're going to disconnect both of these. And get these out of our way. We're going to go to our MetaHuman actor that got imported. We're going to go to its event graph, and we're going to grab all of this stuff. We're going to copy it. We're going to bring it into the our playable characters event graph and paste it. There'll be this ARKit setup. Just hit create matching function in Blueprint and do confirm. And now if we try to add a begin play node and plug it in, it causes issues because it has something to do with the base character blueprint and this blueprint being a child of it. So instead, what I just do is I bring back this event tick, I grab a sequence, and don't worry, I am not doing this every tick. I am just doing a do once. So it'll automatically reset itself whenever you begin playing, and I'm going to drag that into here. And now we're going to disconnect the face from both of these. We don't need this pasted empty variable. We're going to take the reference to the face skeletal mesh, put that here, and make that the target. And now let's open up this ARKit setup function, go back into our actor, open it up here as well. We're going to grab all this. I'm not going to grab the face here because we're going to use our reference to the face. We're going to grab our face, plug it in, plug this in, and we're going to create these two variables just by right-clicking and choosing to create them. Okay, let's compile and save. Back to our event graph, we can delete this other face here. And now into our construction script. So we're also going to grab the construction script from our imported MetaHuman, and we're going to copy all of this, and we're going to paste it straight into here, create a matching function in Blueprint. Oh, I hit cancel. Let's try that again. Paste it all into here, create a matching function, confirm. Now we're just going to delete feet variable and replace it with our feet. We're going to do the same for the legs and the torso. Now we're also going to replace the face here as well. Let's go ahead and compile that. Oh, wait. This enable master pose function, we need to do that. So let's grab it from our imported actor and paste everything into here. We're going to connect these. And we're going to replace this body with our mesh. Compile. Oh, error. Forgot to connect this. Nope. There we go. Save. And let's play. And now the clothing stays with the character. And you might be wondering, why can't we skip that entire process and just apply the animation blueprint? Well, the animation blueprints won't always be in sync. You're applying multiple animation blueprints. And for example, when you jump, the shoes won't stay on the feet. So doing this in the event graph and construction script, this is where it's happening in the construction script, where it's synchronizing things. It's a lighter load on the system, and it's all just synced. So in the event graph, all this stuff is just moving over all the functionality in the MetaHuman to our playable character so that we don't lose out on anything there. Now that that's done, well, it's pretty complete. The only thing, or well, two things left to do to complete the transition is, well, as you can see, the montages aren't working. I can try to roll, that won't happen. I vault, well, it acts weird. And if we go over here, you'll be able to see that the IK isn't working either. So next, we are going to fix the inverse kinematics for the character. Okay, to fix the IK, we want to navigate to our MetaHuman animation blueprint. Now, if you have never been inside of this animation blueprint, if you've never done anything with it, don't worry. The blueprint's complex, but what we're doing here isn't. You just want to use a find results, and you can access that through window, find results, and we're going to type in IK underscore feet. IK underscore foot. And all these default values, we're just going to add a VB space before them for all these bone names. Now, unfortunately, we aren't able to do the hand IK in this video. The skeleton tree for it is too complex, and it can't be rebuilt for the MetaHumans just with virtual bones. I've tried a new IK system, a socket-based one, would have to be created, and that would be a fantastic topic for another video. So I will get on making that very soon. But for now, most everything should work without it as far as locomotion goes. And that's really the focus for this video, retargeting and getting the MetaHuman to work as well as it can with what's there. And a simple socket-based IK system should do the trick in the future. So once you've replaced all of those, move on to the these transform bones, and IK foot L is just replaced with VB IK foot L. IK foot R is replaced with VB IK foot R. Really, everywhere there's a warning, you just replace it with the VB one that we made, even if it's already there. Sometimes you just need to replace it. That's why I didn't put an underscore there. If you did, you won't have that problem with the IK foot R offset. But I didn't put my underscore, so I'm suffering for that now. Naming conventions are good. Stick to them. If you're going to use underscores, keep them. Let's compile. Okay, so now we have these two transform bones, which we're just going to set to the VB IK foot root. Compile, and that just leaves the hand IK, which we don't need to worry about. We'll tackle that in another video. Again, it would require a new hand IK system. So that's everything in the animation blueprint. We can, well, actually, if we have a female character, you might want to do this too. Go to the base layer. Nope, not the base layer. Go to the anim graph and select the overlay layer, overlay states, feminine, copy everything here, back into overlay states, default, paste, and connect that up. That'll automatically use the female stance. Now we can close out of the animation blueprint. And if we play, the IK still will not work. Montages are required for this IK system. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to retarget the montages. So content, advanced locomotion system, character assets, mannequin skeleton, animation examples, actions. Copy everything in the folder, right click, retarget anim assets, and we're going to do the exact same thing here that we did before. Replace ALS with MH, and this time the directory will be to the montages folder that we created earlier. So let's retarget those, and now the MetaHuman character will actually still reference the old montages from the ALS AnimMan. So to fix that, go into your find results and type in switch on overlay state. And this is, well, not the update held object, but everything else, these mantle assets, these montages, these all need to be changed. The name is exactly the same, except instead of having ALS, we have MH. So this one is MH in mantle 2M montage default. MH in mantle And I'm just going to copy this so I don't have to type it in every time. And this is 1M montage default. Where is that at? There it is. 1M left hand. 1M two hands. 1M, let's see, where is it? 1M right hand. There it is. That's all of the mantles. Now we have the rolls. Okay, so I've been doing some stuff off camera. I thought I ran into a bug. It's not there. Your blueprint will be referencing an advanced locomotion system montage. So don't worry about it. Mine not saying anything. Yours will. So do the exact same thing that you did with the mantles. This is an irregularity because I've been trying to debug off camera. So let's see, which one is this? If we just type in land roll, that should do it. This is our default. Oh, I'm looking at ALS animations here. MHN land roll. There we go. That's what we need to search. So default. Left hand. Right hand. Oh, nope, that's two hands. This one is right hand. And that's it for the rolls. So now we have our get up animations. Same thing, yours shouldn't be empty. If it is, for some reason, just grab the MHCLF get up, back, or front, depending on which ones you're doing. Right now we're doing the front. So let's copy that. Default. Left hand. Two hands. Right hand. Now we have the get up back. So get up back default. Left hand. Two hand. And right hand. So there we go. And the only thing here is that the knees are pretty wide apart. So we can fix that by going into the MetaHuman animation blueprint, going to our anim graph, our linked anim layer foot IK, and where we have these transform bones for the knee target, in the location, do -10, -20. I'm sorry. This one is 10, 20. Or perhaps 20, 10. There we go. And this one is -20, -10. Compile, save. Still pretty far apart. So let's turn this -20, or, well, the negative. I think putting in some Z might help. A -10, let's do a -7. -5 perhaps. Yes, that works well. So -5 on one, 5 on the other. That's a bit better. So there we go. The foot IK is working. And that's it. We have a MetaHuman using the Advanced Locomotion System. If this video has been useful to you and you are interested in learning more, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I don't have many videos on the channel yet, but I am very serious about growing it, and I'm going to be putting lots of videos on it in the future, namely a tutorial series on distance matching locomotion systems inside of Unreal Engine 4. So stay tuned for that. Thank you.